It's a late season combo hunt at the top of the world.
There he is. There he is. That's a good buck.
As I'm chasing giant free-range mule deer and elk at 11,000 feet in the stunning mountains of southern Colorado. This was an epic beast on the mountain. We had to get after him.
He's just behind those trees over there.
The two iconic big game hunts of the West in a winter wonderland on this Sporting Classics.
Some adventures are found at the crossroads of epic and unforgettable, and they're best enjoyed with a close friend, a companion who cherishes the sporting life just as much as you do. It's someone who knows the magic contained in the simple phrase, opening day, and who understands that the words hunter and conservationist are one and the same, for we've been giving back for generations. And sharing the outdoors with someone who celebrates the history, the art, and the romance of this way of life makes for a friendship to last the ages. One where the sound of a snickering horse, the crackling of a mountain campfire, the whiff of gunpowder will transport you to that same stirring part of the soul. Welcome to Sporting Classics. That old trusted friend who shares your love of adventure and reminds you of the greatest days of your life.
Oh, look at that buck right there. There's a buck right here. There's elk too. There's elk here. Yes.
You know, I moved to Colorado about 20 years ago now, and two of the big reasons for that were elk and mule deer.
God. Yeah. Pretty buck, but not the one we're looking for.
And I love hunting late season. I mean, it's an amazing time. These are the surviving animals, late season. They've been pursued.
He's got some height, doesn't he? Yeah, he's a pretty buck. Tall buck, though he's nice.
And to get on them and get one of those, that's a real trophy to me.
Yep, give him a couple more years and it'll be a real nice buck. Exactly.
But it's really just the experience. It's this whole atmosphere of getting out into the high country. There's nobody else around, just all wild country. That's why I love Colorado. I'm hunting in the high mountains of southern Colorado with Timberline guides and outfitters. I've hunted with this crew before, and it's uncanny how dialed in they are in their home turf of the Colorado Rockies. My guide, TJ Dorval, knew there was a huge bull in the area that we were hoping to find on this hunt. But even with good scouting in a prime location, big bulls can just vanish into thin air, especially in the late season.
And then, like Chris said, we have these late season hunts that they provide, you know, a different experience. It's not the bugling bulls, but it's a lot of glassing, a lot of covering country, seeing, you know, pretty much every nook of the ranch. We're digging deep to try to find these bulls.
Don't move, he's still looking right at it.
That's the bull that was with the other one.
This bull elk with a non-typical dagger point on its left side was easy to recognize. And TJ knew this bull was often spotted hanging around the massive herd bull that we were after. So we're on red alert. We're thinking this could be it.
Is that him?
I don't know, you just got on the stairs.
No, that's not him.
That's not him. These are great management bulls.
Pretty hard to miss that one, isn't it?
Yeah,
Old
no.
dagger on one side.
Yeah, very distinguishable bull.
Damn, that would have been the right spot, wouldn't it?
That would have been perfect.
Phenomenal. 125 yards.
Yeah, couldn't ask for better. Well, let's go find another one. This time of year, you know, it's post-rut. These bulls are really just trying to put on calories and stay in cover. They're not spending a lot of time on those open slopes. You get short windows to work with them when they're out feeding. They're getting back to the trees early. And typically we're trying to catch them in the open slopes. It's just, you know, it's easier to actually get to see what kind of bull you're looking at.
He's 5, isn't he?
Yeah, he was definitely broke on his left side.
Yeah, let's just peek over this edge.
My first hunt with Timberline Guides and Outfitters was 2 years ago, and they earned my trust then. I was hunting mule deer with my brother Steve and twin sons, Nate and Luke. Steve was 0 for life as a mule deer hunter, and well, we had to break that streak.
Right there.
Here, that's a good buck. The deer was looking right at us. He said, get set up, get lined up on it, but wait until it turns to the side.
Hold on. When you're ready, take him.
Congratulations, man.
Way to go.
Hey, Nate. Nice shot. I like hunting with you.
After Steve had his buck down, Luke and Nate were quick to follow suit.
Nice buck, buddy. Good job. Hey, get some pretty deer, man. That's a good deer right there.
Real nice buck. At that point, with my boys having taken deer, my brother having taken a nice buck, I was perfectly content to go home without ever pulling the trigger. I didn't have to shoot anything, but then Mr. Big showed up.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I could just see the tips of antlers of this basket sitting in the grass.
See him?
That's him.
Stand up.
Big, beautiful, 30-inch-ish, beautiful, beautiful Colorado mule deer.
Here we go. Here we go. He's up. Here we go.
He's down, bud.
It was a fantastic moment. This was a big, beautiful buck.
That's a pretty buck. Whew, that's what we've been looking for. What a hunt, man. I tell you what, this place is just covered in mule deer. It's dealer's choice. Whatever you're looking for. Quite a place, man. Quite a place. You guys are a lot of fun to hunt with. We got to do this again. That was just too much fun.
So after going 4 for 4 that season, I just had to schedule a return trip. This was just going to be an elk hunt, but 2 days earlier, TJ emailed me a picture of a super wide mule deer and said, well, you just might want to pick up a mule deer tag too. And wouldn't you know it, at the end of day 1, guess who we stumbled upon?
What do you think about him? That's a daily buck, all right. That it is. Fronts are a little weak. Yeah. Now he's a little crabby on top too, but it's a beautiful wide buck, isn't it? What a gorgeous buck. You know, if I'd have never shot a good mule deer, I'd drop the hammer on that one right there, but... It's a very tempting buck, but I think we should keep looking. It's a beautiful buck. Oh, God, boom. There he goes. That's cool.
It's his lucky day, man. That's his lucky day.
Sporting Classics is brought to you by Winchester, the American legend. Winchester Repeating Arms. Walther, it's your duty to be ready. Right on, see the difference. Negrini Cases. Ultralight, ultra strong, the pinnacle of Italian design and technology. Stealth Cam, proven reliability, proven quality, proven performance. And by Umarex Air Guns. Shoot with air.
This ranch is like the size of Connecticut. It's enormous, and so there's so much cover, so many elk. I mean, from day 1, we were seeing lots and lots of bulls. I mean, 20, 30 bulls a day, and yet we weren't finding the big guys. And they had a big storm come in, a lot of snow dumped, and it moved a lot of the elk around. There's going to be tons of deadfalls after that wind last night. It just howled. It was a gale force, 60, 70 mile an hour wind. Huge storm from basically the northern Rockies all the way down. Nice thing about Aspen, they're soft. But the good news is we got some fresh snow. We ought to be able to see them, fresh track. There's plenty of elk in the area, so as long as we can get up there, a shot. All right, let's get out of here. I mean, the wind was howling, it was blustering and blowing and blizzard conditions. And welcome to the Donner Hunt. And I thought, this is perfect. I mean, what could be better than hunting in a blizzard? I've had a lot of fun hunting in snow. And I remember an elk hunt in Montana, where I could see about 300 yards, and we found a bull, beautiful bull, at about 250 yards. It was just standing in the timber, covered in snow. It looked like a statue.
Yeah, that's a good bull, Chris. Yeah.
Set up next to a tree, and he's just sort of grazing along. He's still under that giant cedar. Get up on sticks and just wait for him to quarter away just a little bit. Quarter to the right.
Yeah. God, it's tough to see. It looks like I'm looking through a bunch of milk. Here we go. Here we go.
Take it.
I'm gonna take it.
Got him.
Drop? I lost him. That's a good bull, man. It was a beautiful bull, 300, 310 class bull, 6x6. You're just amazed by the sheer size of 700, 800 pound beast. He's got his big winter coat on. Holy cow. I mean, holy bull. That is a serious old bull right there, the monarch of the mountains.
Yeah.
A big game hunter always welcomes fresh snow. While it might present extra obstacles and challenges, it also makes spotting and tracking a whole lot easier. Hee-haw! Well, hell.
Well, let's go hunting.
There better be a dang elk up here.
Our primary mode of transportation here is side-by-sides. We use Polaris Rangers. They let us cover this ranch. We were in 15 to 18 inches of snow, chained up, and still able to get around and get into those kind of hard-to-reach places where those bulls and bucks are. I can't see their tracks coming out, but they were boogieing pretty good.
There's a bunch of them. Look at that.
6 bulls, yeah. Another one coming out of the trees.
I mean, do you see anything that's 300 there?
That one's probably 310. I don't think we need to, look at them seriously by any means, but.
Well, you picked the right spot. You were there.
Well, let's get out of this window.
Keep going, huh? Well, that's a good sign. They're moving.
Yeah, they're on their feet feeding. Just gotta find the right one now.
Yeah, pretty deer.
Yeah, he's an up-and-comer. He's got good potential.
Another year or two. Yep. I was born and raised in whitetail country, and I love hunting whitetail deer, and I love the Midwest, but I tell you, there's something extra special about mule deer, these big, giant bucks, the big basket racks, and just the beefy bucks, and you get them in November in the rut, and they're a completely different animal, and they're just moving around. You won't even see some of these animals all year long. Come the rut, boom, a giant shows up, and you're like, where did that come from?
That's a pretty buck.
Yeah, he's pretty intriguing.
He's just a little outside of his ears, isn't he?
Yeah.
We had seen a buck that was really a nice buck, probably a 180 class mule deer, which, who passes on a 180? But I've shot a lot of mule deer, taken a lot of mule deer. I live in mule deer country, and I've taken bucks that kind of look like that, and it was early in the hunt, so we just kind of continued on. And
Ooh, Chris is a buck right back here behind that aspen. Let's get a better look at him.
lo and behold, we find this just, tight through the forest. I could see one antler.
There he is. There he is. That's a good buck.
And I could see trash. I mean, it was heavy, wasn't super wide, just outside the ears, but it had trash on it and character. It was an old, gnarly buck. Then all of a sudden, he turns his head, and I could see the other side, which had even more trash on it. That's a cool buck.
That's a funky buck.
So it's one of those where you just go in about a nanosecond, yeah, let's get on this guy.
That's a great buck.
Yeah, look at that trash.
He's just got to clear.
And he sort of eases through the trees, and I could see him walking. I'm slipping out, and I'm getting up ahead.
He's going right. Here we go.
There he is.
Holy, look at the size of that buck.
Man, oh man, what a deer.
What a buck. I saw his left side first, and then his right side when he spun around. Look at that buck.
Look at that trash too.
Talk about character, huh?
No
Look at
kidding.
this. I mean, he turned sideways, and I could see that just freakish, and it's like, come on, we got to take this guy.
Oh yeah, he's a no-brainer.
Lots of character, different points coming out, great mass, just an old gnarly buck, and nobody had seen that deer. But that's exactly what happens in the rut. They come out of nowhere, find a hot doe, and they'll go miles to find that doe.
Can't ask for better.
Well,
huh?
if you're gonna take one deer off this entire ranch, this is the one to take right here. Look
No
at that.
questions.
I mean, that's just a super cool buck. With a monster mule deer down, we focused on getting after the bull. And we weren't just hunting any elk, we were hunting one specific giant that had eluded TJ all season long.
Get right at us. Yeah, he just turned. What do you think he is? I need him to turn sideways. He's pretty narrow. I don't think we need to shoot this one. Okay. Young, he looks a little thin. Yeah, he's a pretty bull. He's an up-and-comer. You get my ear, he's gonna be a dandy. Yep. Maybe two. Good genes. Yeah, he's gonna be a dandy. Where's Stud? Yep.
Want more big game? Check out Chris Dorsey's newest book, Director's Cut, a 400-page full-color celebration of big game hunting. Each signed copy comes with a 4-hour companion DVD set. Order today. Sporting Classics is brought to you by Winchester, the American legend. Winchester Repeating Arms. Walther, it's your duty to be ready. Negrini Cases, ultra light, ultra strong. The pinnacle of Italian design and technology. Muddy, serious gear for serious hunters. Cold Steel, anytime, anywhere. And by Safari Club International, the leader in defending the freedom to hunt and promoting wildlife conservation worldwide.
We've been chasing a big bull in this bowl right here for the last 3 days. It's the best bull we've seen. They basically feed in this basin here at night, early in the morning, and then they hightail it for the timber. So we're just trying to cut him off. We're just gonna check these fingers as we walk up here, see if he's still hanging. We just saw about 8 bulls already high, taken off into the timber. It's late season, they've been hunted, they're smart. We gotta get lucky. We just gotta get lucky. You know, you gotta keep your energy up, you gotta keep positive, and you do this long enough and you know a lot can happen that last day, so you just stay positive.
It's last night's bed, kind of right after that storm. It's got a little bit of the fresh snow in it.
Lone bull, huh?
Yeah, 2 bulls, looks like.
They're in the hood.
Yeah, we're in the ballpark.
We know the address of one really good bull. Let's see if we can get on him, but we're gonna have to knock on his bedroom door. He's breaking his antlers.
Stay on this track and see where he goes for a little bit.
So let's get in there and see if we can find this beast that's been missed in the archery season, the muzzleloader season, earlier rifle hunts. This was an epic beast on the mountain. We had to get after him. And this aspen forest is a peculiar forest because they're like ghosts moving through here, because the depth of all these trees creates its own camouflage, if you will. And that works for you as well as for the elk. So if you're going slow enough, you take your time and you sift through with glass, you're gonna see those elk hopefully before they see you, and that's exactly what happened.
You got a good bull there. Yep. Is he bedded? Yep. You see his head through the trees right here. He's a good bull.
Finally, we could see one bull was really, really a nice bull. Had to be the big one we were after.
He's down there, what do you think? Yeah, I'm just trying to pick a path. Wind's good. We got a great wind, yeah.
We could tell he's that bull. He's a giant. It's what we're looking for, no questions asked. He's what we're trying to get.
Yeah, he's just there right behind that.
His head's down right now.
Yep.
Yeah, the big guy's staying though. He's not getting up.
No, he's still just sleeping.
Yeah, I could take him right there in the bed. Let's just wait him out though.
Yeah, we'll give him time.
We got the wind right.
Got a perfect wind. We got plenty of daylight.
There's the bull, he's behind cover. There's another bull to the right, another one to the left. We just had to wait him out. He had to stand up before I could take a shot.
Yeah, he's getting antsy.
Yep.
And it was just a patience game, and we just outweighted him.
He finally moves around, kind of stretches like, I think I'm getting hungry.
Front legs go up, back legs rocks forward, stands up.
Give me your shoulder. Give me your shoulder. There you go.
As soon as that bull stood up, I didn't want to give it any time to sort of, move behind cover.
Dropped him. Good shot. That was worth the wait, man. Way to go, buddy. Way to go. Good work.
That was it, 85 yards away, and just a magnificent bull.
Giant bull.
That's just fantastic. Yeah, look at
Oh
those.
my goodness. Look at the.
That is a fantastic bull. Great mass on him. Holy criminy. That's just so fantastic. So fantastic. Everything I'd heard about this bull was true. Heavy, heavy antlers, long tines, just the monarch of the mountains. This cool stuff,
Heavy,
you got
heavy
all
bull.
this mass. Yeah, what a great beast.
This bull has great fronts, great mass. He's just a heavy, heavy old bull, pretty wide, giant fourth on the one side. He's just kind of a bladed fourth, just, great character bull, giant bull. Great mature bull.
Fantastic.
Midday.
What a way to end the season, huh?
No kidding. Oh my goodness.
What a fantastic hunt. Yeah. Yeah, that's just a fantastic beast. Hallelujah. Not light, is it?
Not bad. Actually half tempted to
Oh,
throw more
stop
in.
it.
Stop it, he says. All right.
The mountaineer Sir Martin Conway said, "Each fresh peak ascended teaches us something." The same can be said for mountain hunts. I climb these rugged Colorado peaks every year in pursuit of elk and mule deer. And every time I learn something new. Each high altitude adventure presents a unique challenge, and with it, an unforgettable memory. It's a wonderful addiction, and I sure hope no one ever finds a cure.